Hello and welcome back to WWE 2K20 Universe Mode and the first Smackdown post TLC, and we are kicking things off with our brand new Universal Champion Braun Strowman. Of course, if you want to check out how he won that Universal Champion, make sure to go and check out the TLC pay-per-view back on the channel. But Braun Strowman did win this championship in slightly controversial manner, let's be honest. It was a steel cage match with Tommaso Ciampa. Didn't go for the pin on Ciampa, didn't climb over the top of the cell. Instead, Braun Strowman threw Tommaso Ciampa through the cell wall, and a little bit controversy as to whether Tommaso Ciampa's foot touched the floor or not. We've not been able to get a clear camera angle on this. Tommaso Ciampa is arguing that his foot touched the floor and he should still be the Universal Champion, but Braun Strowman was awarded the championship and he will still be your champion until a decision is made. And I can tell you that next week on SmackDown, Tommaso Ciampa, the Universal Champion, will be here to say his words on what happened at TLC. We're talking about the match here tonight for Braun Strowman, taking on 1/3 of the Church of Rollins. Because Seth Rollins, the current Intercontinental Champion, he's made his claim to be in the Royal Rumble, stating that he is going to win the Rumble. He is going to become a 3-time Universal Champion, and he's going to be the first ever dual champion here in Universe Mode. He is going to hold on to the IC Championship and that Universal Championship at the same time. But before we truly get started, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to check out the Royal Rumble coming up, which, trust me, you are not going to want to miss in the slightest. And leave a comment below. Do you think that Braun Strowman is the rightful Universal Champion? And do you think that Seth Rollins is going to be able to win the Royal Rumble and become a dual champion here in Universe Mode? But back to the action at hand. Braun Strowman dominating Eric Young in the beginning of this match. Eric Young wisely getting out of the ring right now, needing to get away from the monster amongst men, Braun Strowman, who is just tossing him around the place right now. It's not looking good for Eric Young, but you gotta think this is really just so that Seth Rollins on the outside can be watching very carefully, seeing what it's like to be in there with Braun Strowman, get an idea of Braun Strowman's moves, all this kind of stuff, so that Seth has an idea of what he potentially could be going against if he wins the Royal Rumble. Because, let's be honest, who's going to beat Braun Strowman? Who's going to take away that Universal Championship from Strowman? He's a monster amongst men for a reason, and he looks like he's about to be done with Eric Young very, very quickly indeed. That submission locked in, that triangle chokehold, looking to put away Eric Young, and instead he lets go of the submission, thinking that he wants to do more damage to Eric Young. I don't know what goes through the mind of a monster like Braun Strowman, and the running power slam to Eric Young. But into the ropes, Eric Young's foot just onto the ropes. Braun not thinking things clearly there. Eric Young trying to fight back for a second, managing to grab Strowman, but Strowman runs straight into him, knocking him down, batting him down like he is just a fly in the air. Poor Eric Young, this is not a position that he would have wanted to be in, I'm sure. As soon as he tries to get back into this in the slightest, he just gets destroyed by Braun Strowman. I don't think he's even managed to hit a successful move against Strowman yet in this match. You look at Ryder on the outside. Ryder kind of not too happy about what's going on here with his tag team partner. I wouldn't be. Seeing your friend getting beaten up like this is not a pretty sight. And Braun Strowman taunting off to the crowd, showing off, trying to get the energy of the crowd behind him as he continues to wreck his way through Eric Young right now. Just lifting him like he is absolutely nothing and just throwing him around the ring. And the big karate chop to the top of the head from a hand that large, it is just going to knock you out, to be honest with you. You do not want to be taking something like that to your head. Eric Young, though, trying to avoid, trying to get out of the way of something, managing to duck out of the way of whatever Strowman's going for. And can he actually hit a move? He's starting to wrench the neck of Braun Strowman. Not necessarily the high impact move that I was thinking that Eric Young was going to try and hit. But Eric Young trying to get his way back into this, trying to wrench the neck of Braun Strowman, but Strowman managing to fight out, getting himself back on top and slamming Eric Young into the mat right now. And now Strowman calling for the end of this match. And for the second time, up on the shoulder, Eric Young goes, running power slam. And let's see, is Strowman going to move him away this time? Yes, he does, learning from his mistake, getting Eric Young as far away from those ropes as possible. And now going for that pin for 1, 2, 3. A dominant display from your new Universal Champion Braun Strowman here tonight, proving that he deserves to be the Universal Champion. But Seth Rollins, the leader of the church, watching on very, very closely indeed, and hopes to achieve his mission of becoming dual champion, 3-time Universal Champion, Royal Rumble winner. If he can accomplish all these things, then dang, that is a very successful first year in Universe mode for Seth Rollins if he can get it done. But he has to deal with this man right here eventually. The Universal Champion Braun Strowman, he is a monster. Who could manage to defeat this man? We're talking about men who are kind of on a roll right now. You got to think about this man right here. And I can tell you right now that Bobby Lashley is the second man from Smackdown to confirm himself for the Royal Rumble. And he has stated he is going to be out here doing open challenges, destroying people up until the Royal Rumble. So if anyone can step up to go and take down Bobby Lashley, that is going to be very interesting. But since he has come back with this new attitude, this new persona of his, well, he has been wrecking people left, right and centre. It all started, of course, Roman Reigns doing an open challenge after coming back after his loss to Tommaso Ciampa. Hell in a Cell took a month off, then came back after Survivor Series. Open challenge. Bobby Lashley came up. Bobby Lashley, his new attitude, coming out destroying Roman Reigns in a hell of a fight between those two men, but locking in the Hurt Lock onto Roman Reigns to end it all off. Roman desperately wanted to get back at Lashley, issued a tag team challenge, but yet again Lashley winning that one, but this time putting away Keith Lee with that Hurt Lock. And now Lashley looking to get himself into that Royal Rumble, looking to win the Royal Rumble, I should say. He's already a part of the Rumble, but he's looking to prove himself in these few weeks and the way to the Royal Rumble. And starting things off tonight by trying to take down Humberto Carrillo, who has answered the challenge of Bobby Lashley. And look at that huge spear from Lashley to Humberto Carrillo. But Carrillo somehow managing to kick out, staying alive in this one. And look at this, the high-flying offense of Humberto Carrillo. Moonsault from the top, landing on his feet into another moonsault, this time landing to Lashley. 2. Very impressive from Humberto Carrillo. Looking to get himself his first victory here in Universe mode. And if he could do it against Bobby Lashley here tonight, that would be a hell of a win for Humberto Carrillo. He was looking for something big there, but straight away Lashley, elbow to the face and into the Hurt Lock. No one escapes the Hurt Lock. This has got to be it for Humberto. Is he going to be able to hang on? No, he cannot, and that is it. Carrillo is down and Lashley continues his path of destruction here on Smackdown. And while Seth Rollins may have decided that he was going to be in the Royal Rumble, but coming up against this man right here, Bobby Lashley, things could be very difficult for anyone who is going to be a part of that Rumble. And wait a second, Lashley is not done with Humberto Carrillo yet. Super kick to the gut of Carrillo, and Lashley just continuing to assault him on the outside after this match is already finished. This match is already done. Lashley just adding insult to injury, throwing Carrillo headfirst into the corner of the ring post, and elbow drops. Just working down Carrillo. No reason for this. The match is over, Lashley. You don't need to be doing this. Wesley throwing him into the barricade. I thought he was going to potentially looking for a spear through the barricade, just like he did to Roman Reigns. But instead deciding to continue to work down on Humberto Carrillo. Just throwing him into the ring post again. And wait a second. Oh my goodness. Smashing the head into the ring post. And wait a second, backstage, Jackson Ryder getting in the face of Braun Strowman. What is going on here? Jackson Ryder daring to get in the face and fighting Braun Strowman right now. Another member of the Church of Rollins going after Braun Strowman. And Jackson Ryder looking to take down Strowman. You've got to assume this is on the orders of Seth Rollins, the Messiah of the Church of Rollins. Ordering Jackson Ryder to come out here and take down Braun Strowman, make things nice and easy for Seth Rollins. You got to think maybe Seth wants Strowman without that championship. A wise idea from Seth Rollins, but this is not looking good for Strowman if he's got a target on his back from these three men, the Church of Rollins. Ryder somehow still standing, getting a chair, and now attacking Braun Strowman with a chair, but Strowman just doesn't go down. Not going down, eating a chair shot and not reacting in the slightest. How on earth is that possible? And Strowman, another running power slam to Jackson Ryder, and Strowman standing tall in the backstage. Well, I can confirm to you, next week on Smackdown we will be seeing that match in the ring. Jackson Ryder versus Braun Strowman, so Strowman can get his revenge on Ryder after the attack that he just put on him in the backstage area. And well, now we're moving on into our tag team division. The Smackdown tag team champions Ricochet and Ali. They are a great team, these two. Two men who came together out of a lack of opportunities here on Smackdown. But they've gelled as a team, become a great team indeed. But they now have to deal with these two men right here. The winners of the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament, Rusev and The Miz. And at Royal Rumble it will be Mustafa Ali and Ricochet taking on The Miz and Rusev for those Smackdown Tag Team Champions. Of course, after the win in the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament for The Miz and Rusev. But in a bit of a preview tonight, Rusev will be in action against Mustafa Ali, trying to get some momentum for one of these teams. These two teams very similar in the way that they've kind of come about here in Universe Mode. These two teams, Ricochet and Ali, two men who didn't really have any connection at all to start with, but managed to form this great bond, this great tag team bond between them. And have really managed to be on the top of their game since that point, have come closer and closer. Whereas Rusev and The Miz, two men, not particularly too much chemistry between them, but there's been a lot of, not infighting is the wrong word, but a lot of mistakes between these two men. Lots of accidentally hitting each other, all this kind of stuff. You have to wonder if they can manage to get themselves fully on the same page before the Royal Rumble. So Miz kind of looks down on Rusev. Miz was, of course, calling Rusev a future Razzie winner, as they were co-stars in the Miz's brand new film, Awesomeness the Movie, and Miz was, of course, the leading man, thinking he was going to win an Oscar for his role. Rusev, the co-star, and Miz also said that Rusev was going to win a Razzie for that award, for that performance. So you can tell these two not necessarily entirely on the same page, but they've come together and they managed to win the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament, a huge feat in itself. Of course, not necessarily clean. There was a lot of cheating, lots of chair shots, lots of distractions from The Miz, lots of kind of nonsense. But they did manage to pick up the victory against Moustache Mountain at TLC, and they've earned their opportunity against Ricochet and Ali. But can they get on the same page fully before the Royal Rumble? And wait a second, Rusev getting his way out of the ring and taking down Ricochet on the outside. Ricochet not even in this match. Rusev just taking him out to send a message, going back in the ring to go to Ali. Ali ducking under the clothesline, trying to catch him with a cutter of some variety. But Rusev avoiding that, grabbing him and slamming him down into the mat. And Rusev back on top in this one. Not that he hasn't been on top for 90% of the match anyway. He's been a very dominant athlete here in Universe Mode, not losing a single match so far. And now Ali pulling him down to the mat, looking to break this streak of Rusev, this undefeated streak that he's on at the moment. Rusev, Alabama slammer to Ali. Ali immediately grabbing his back. This could be bad news for tonight, and it could also be bad news for Royal Rumble. If Ali goes into that match with an injured back, that is going to be very bad for the current tag team champions. I'm trying to go for the magic kick to the back of the head, but Ali moving out of the way, catching Rusev, taking him down to the mat. And now Ali throwing him into the ropes. Big drop kick, but Rusev not going down to the drop kick. Ali throwing some punches, but Rusev reversing with a kick to the gut, trying to take down Ali again, but Ali reversing neck breaker to Rusev, taking him down to the mat, and then Ali is he alone, looking to go up top, looking to go for that 054. Now instead looking to go for a springboard, looks like calling Rusev back to his feet, waiting for him to get back up, but Ali changing his mind, getting back in the ring and straight away caught by Rusev, thrown across the ring. Just grabbed by the neck and tossed. And now Rusev catching Ali and, oh, very nice, throwing him over and landing on his back again. Ali's back going to be in a very bad place off this one, especially if Rusev gets in that accolade. It is not going to be a pretty sight for Ali. Rusev trying to submit Ali by working on the neck of Ali right there, but Ali managing to get out of the way, catching the leg of Rusev and reversing with a kick of his own straight to the face, and Rusev wisely rolling out of the ring for a second. Ali going out by Ricochet, starting to come and join Rusev on the outside, but Rusev back to his feet too quickly, catching Ali with a big running crossbody, taking him out. And now throwing him into the barricade. Not where you want to be on the outside with Rusev. You do not want to be out there. He's continuing to throw Ali into the barricade, but Ali reversing, managing to catch the neck. A jumping drop kick to the face of Rusev, and Rusev wisely getting in the ring at a 5 count. Ali getting back in to join him, caught almost by the lariat, ducking underneath, Rusev crashing and burning. And when Ali goes to the next move, Rusev reversing, punch to the back of the head. And is he going to hit the match kick this time? Oh, he does! Just catching Ali. Ali was turning around at the time. I think he got caught in the side of the head by that match kick instead of the back. And Rusev was calling for it. And now Rusev, while he's locking it in, you know what this means. The accolade locked in. Is Ali going to be forced to tap out to the accolade right now? The amount of damage done to the back of Ali, he's got to be in a bad place, and he is forced to tap out right there. And Rusev refusing to let go of the hold, holding it for the extra 5 seconds just to lay in that extra damage. And Rusev, well, advantage team Miz and Rusev going into Royal Rumble, you've got to say. That is a bad loss for Ricochet and Ali. We've got to get someone to check on Ali. He took a lot of damage to the back in that match. We've got to know if he's going to be okay for the Royal Rumble after that brutal match with Rusev. But you look at this, man, you've got to say, it is going to be very, very difficult to beat him. And wait a second, Rusev back to the outside, going under the ring. Wait a second, getting a kendo stick and attacking, swinging it at Ricochet and hitting him right in the midsection. And just attacking Ricochet with the kendo stick. The Miz, I'm sure he's going to be very proud on the other side of the ring right now. Surprised he's not getting involved, but I'm sure he would not like to crease up that suit of his. And now Rusev getting Ricochet up to his feet, getting Ali up to his feet as well. And Ricochet having to care for himself right now. He's in a bad condition after those kendo stick shots. And Rusev eyeing up Ali, and for the second time once again, the accolade locked in on Ali. And Rusev just holding it on as Ali desperately tapping, desperately wanting it to be over. And Rusev, we really need a medic to come and check on Mustafa Ali. We will get an update to you as soon as possible, but he has got to be in bad shape after that beating from Rusev. We move forward to some more tag team action right now. Kurt Hawkins and Ryder. Well, they're going to have a big mountain to climb tonight. They're going up against two very angry, very bitter Vikings. That's right, the Viking Raiders taking on Kurt Hawkins and Ryder tonight after their loss in the finals of the Smackdown finals, I should say, not the actual finals of the tournament, but they lost in the Smackdown finals to The Miz and the Rusev, and they are unhappy with how that went down. After the cheating from Miz and Rusev, they felt like they should have been the team to get to the finals. And well, you can't argue, they had a great tournament until the point they came up to Miz and Rusev. Their tournament was going very well for them, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, just the way it is. For the Viking Raiders looking to get themselves into contention for those tag team championships. And they look to do that by proving themselves. First off, taking down Ryder and Hawkins. And I'm sure they would love to meet either Ricochet and Ali or The Miz and Rusev. They'd probably like to meet Miz and Rusev more. They would love to be able to just pummel those two men after the fact that they lost in the Eliminator tournament. Ryder trying to get some moves in on Ivar, trying to get something in, but it's not particularly going too well for him. Big lariat from Ivar, the big man in the match, and it all came down to this. The Viking experience. And 1, 2, 3. A very easy win for the Viking Raiders as they look to get themselves into contention for those SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Two very angry Vikings, and you do not want to get in their way right now. They are on a path to get to those SmackDown Tag Team Championships and get their revenge against Miz and Rusev. But what a win tonight for the Viking Raiders. And we move on to our main event of the evening, and it is a tag team contest once again. It is a 6-man tag team match where we are finally going to be ending this rivalry between the Undisputed Era and the Gable Academy. These two teams have been going at it for months. It all started with the Undisputed Era going up against Cesaro. The numbers game really costing Cesaro. He was building himself up in universe mode, trying to get himself to the top of the card. But he came up against a bit of a wall when he met the Undisputed Era. The Undisputed Era managing to use the numbers game to take out Cesaro, do lots of damage to him. Until one day, the Gable Academy, Chad Gable invited Cesaro to join up with the Gable Academy with himself and Drew Gulak. And Cesaro did it. Cesaro joined up. And these two teams have been going back and forth ever since. And most recently, the Undisputed Era eliminating the Gable Academy from the Tag Team Eliminator Tournament, and then Adam Cole pinning Chad Gable the week after. But these two teams, they want to move on. They want to move past this, and they know the only way they can do it is by all of these men, a 6-man tag, all men in the ring. And they want to be able to put an end to this, prove once and for all who is the better 3-man team. Is it the Undisputed Era, or is it the Gable Academy? I can also tell you that Adam Cole is going to be a part of the Royal Rumble. He has declared himself for that Rumble, and as has Cesaro. Two men who are definitely going to be looking. They could really do with that big win in the Rumble. Be a great opportunity for these men to be able to bring themselves further up the card. They've both been on the cusp of getting into that main event scene, and it just hasn't worked out for them so far. But if you can win the Rumble, that would really set their worlds alight, you've got to say. Adam Cole tagging in early against Cesaro, and Cesaro in a bad place right now, getting taken a lot of damage from Adam Cole. Adam Cole missing that enziguri though, caught by a drop kick by Cesaro straight to the face. I'm always surprised by the athleticism of Cesaro. You know him for his strength and his power, but he is also very athletic at the same time. Huge uppercut knocking Adam Cole out of the ring onto the outside of the ropes, and then big suplex inside of the ring, showing off that power of Cesaro. And Adam Cole, I'm sure, would love to get a tag right now. And this is, of course, where this rivalry all started between these two men, Adam Cole and Cesaro. It'd be good for these two men to finally be able to move on from each other, to find where they belong here in Universe Mode, where they're going to land, really. Of course, they really need to make their statements now. We're getting very close to WrestleMania, very close to the draft. It's going to be a complete reset for these guys. And if they don't get themselves to be in a prime position right now, who knows where they'll be when they get drafted. They could get drafted to Monday Night Raw and just be lower card people. That would suck for these guys. And I really hope that doesn't happen for them. But if they can't prove themselves, can't prove that they are worthy of a big place, being a big deal, then they're not going to be big deals, are they? They're going to be stuck in this kind of mid-card scene that they're in at the moment. Trying desperately to break that glass ceiling, trying to desperately make their way up to the main event scene, and just, they're not working out for them. But look at this from Cesaro. Oh my goodness, swinging Kyle O'Reilly headfirst into the announce table. Very interesting to see the Cesaro swing be used in that way very punishing offense against Kyle O'Reilly, and now getting the tag in for the first time to Drew Gulak in this one. Kyle O'Reilly getting back in while Drew Gulak's distracted by showing off to the crowd for a second. O'Reilly catching him with a big kick and now clotheslining him out of the ring over the top rope, and Drew Gulak falling down to the ground. Of course, Drew Gulak, pretty much the least experienced member of the Gable Academy. Well, that's not necessarily fair to say, but he has had the least amount of matches here in Universe Mode. And of course, he's had the least amount of opportunities as well. Drew Gulak was kind of brought in as Chad Gable's first student. Drew Gulak was very keen to join up with Chad Gable, very keen to go and find his place here in Universe Mode. And these two guys were looking very much to try and get those tag team championships, but of course losing in the first round of the Tag Team Eliminator tournament, who would love to get themselves back in a position to get to those tag team gold. I've got to say the same for the Undisputed Era. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish would love another opportunity of that gold, because they have had an opportunity before. They had an opportunity in a triple threat tag team match back at Clash of Champions, which of course was where Ricochet and Ali picked up the SmackDown Tag Team Championships for the first time. Now Drew Gulak throwing Kyle O'Reilly into the corner, perhaps looking for the tag to Cesaro. Yes, he is getting that tag into Cesaro right now. Cesaro much larger than the rest of his team as well, outsizing Chad Gable, outsizing Drew Gulak. He really is the powerhouse for the team. And now looking to submit Kyle O'Reilly, but Bobby Fish making his way in the ring, but Kyle managing to break it out by himself, not needing the support from the rest of the Undisputed Era. I'd say that's probably the biggest difference between the UE and the Gable Academy. Both teams have each other's back, but the UE will do whatever it takes. They don't care. They're going to cheat, they're going to mess around, they're going to attack you from surprise, they're going to use that numbers game for their advantage. That is what they do. And Cesaro taking it to Adam Cole once again, forcing Cole to roll out of the ring and be out of action for a little bit. Bobby Fish rolling back in, caught straight away by the punches of Cesaro into a huge European uppercut, thrown into the air, going straight down into the fist of Cesaro. 1, 2, only a 2 count there for Cesaro. Bobby Fish still very fresh in the match, but Bobby lucky that Cesaro did not knock him out just then. And now into that sharpshooter, but perhaps too close to the ropes perhaps for Cesaro, and yes it is. Bobby straight away, hand on the ropes. It was a good opportunity for them, but unfortunately it did not work out for them on this time. Locking in that crossface, but Adam Cole straight in to break it up, and Bobby Fish getting the hot tag to Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly straight in, big boot to the face of Cesaro. Cesaro really needs that tag to Chad Gable right now. Chad's still the freshest man in the match, not been in yet, and he has made his way into the ring. The former Intercontinental Champion Chad Gable. You cannot forget he has been a former champion here in Universe Mode. He was a big deal back at the beginning of Universe Mode, and then lost the championship and moved on, creating the Gable Academy, looking to change his attitude and his way of thinking, and looking to help others on the SmackDown roster try to get to the same places that he was. And now Kyle O'Reilly off the brainbuster, going for the pinfall, only getting a 2 count though on Chad Gable. Chad Gable still very fresh, like I was saying. And Chad trying to take down Kyle O'Reilly right now. But Kyle catching him, locking in. The submission hold is locked in, that sleeper hold is locked in, but Chad Gable's hands in the ropes. And it's been a bad night for submissions for these guys. They keep locking in their submissions far too close to the ropes. The sharpshooter and then that sleeper, it was not ideal for them to be locked in those positions. You kind of expect better from those guys. You think they would know their ring placement a bit better. Very much ring technicians, but you know, the heat of the moment, it happens to everyone. Chad Gable catching Carl with that boot to the face, and now into the corner. Is he looking? I think he is. That O'Connor roll into the German suplex and into the pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly just managing to kick out. Chad Gable thought he had it. I thought he had it. I thought that was going to be it for the Undisputed Era. Kyle O'Reilly in a bad place right now. Needs that tag. Desperately needs that tag. And Chad Gable tagging out to Drew Gulak right now. Kyle O'Reilly managing to roll out of the ring, managing to get himself back to his senses for a second, but Drew Gulak straight away getting Kyle on his shoulders, now working down the back of Kyle O'Reilly, just stretching that spine out. And Kyle trying to get the tag, gets the tag into Bobby Fish, and Bobby Fish now running straight over to Drew Gulak, taking him down straight away. And Bobby Fish getting him back up to his feet, kicking to the legs of Drew Gulak, taking him down. Of course, Bobby Fish known for that heel hook, but wanted to do as much damage to the legs as possible. And now where is he taking Drew Gulak into the corner, looking for the tag with Adam Cole, the leader of the Undisputed Era, baby. And wait a second. Oh my goodness. Total elimination. And Drew Gulak somehow flying and escaping to the corner. I don't know how he did that. It was a very quick motion there from Drew Gulak. Desperation to get into that corner and away from the potential pinfall there. I think that could have been it for Drew Gulak if they managed to get the pinfall off for total elimination. And Drew desperately trying to get to that tag to Cesaro, and Adam Cole seemingly letting it happen, but then breaking it up at the last second, giving hope to Cesaro and Drew Gulak, and then changing his mind, dropping Drew Gulak head first onto his knee as he stares down at Cesaro. 1, 2, no! Drew Gulak kicking out, and Cesaro was there to break it up as well, but Drew Gulak managing to kick out on his own accord at this time. And wait a second, Adam Cole, the kick to the leg, we know what this means. The last shot from Adam Cole. Is that enough? 1, 2, but Cesaro breaking it up. And wait a second, Kyle O'Reilly attacking Cesaro, taking him down. Adam Cole punches to the face of Drew Gulak. Cesaro taken out of this match right now. Just Chad Gable in the corner of the Gable Academy. And Adam Cole now landing a series of punches, dropping the DDT to Drew Gulak. And now Cole getting him up. But Drew Gulak reversing punch to the midsection of Adam Cole. These two teams desperately trying to win this match. And Drew Gulak. What a move there from Gulak, dropping Adam Cole on the back of his neck. And wait a second, that sleeper. The sleeper from Gulak. But again, too close to the ropes. All these submissions have been far too close to the ropes. Now trying to pin Cole. 2. But Adam Cole kicking out. Of course, that submission not locked in for long enough to really have an effect on the leader of the Undisputed Era. But Drew Gulak trying to take advantage. Multiple kicks to Adam Cole while he's down. Big punch to the side of the face. Adam Cole a bit woozy right now, it looks like. And Drew Gulak tossing Adam Cole into those ropes. And they're going for the pinfall again. 1, 2. But Adam Cole still kicking out at a 2 count. Adam Cole rolling out wise, he's got his senses back together, but caused straight away by Drew Gulak, throwing him overhead. The strength of Drew Gulak, again surprising, similar to Cesaro, surprising strength for Gulak. And Adam Cole again dropping him on the knee, but this time the exposed knee, the knee pad not there this time. Drew Gulak could be out. Just kicking out 2.9 for Drew Gulak there. I thought that was it for Gulak, to be honest with you. It looked like it. And Adam Cole now throwing Gulak into the corner. I thought he was going to go for that Panama Sunrise, but instead slamming the head of Gulak into the turnbuckle in the corner, but Gulak getting the reversal, slamming Adam Cole's face down. And now wait a second, Adam Cole caught again. Caught by this beautiful move here from Gulak. It's such a nice move from Gulak. Taking down Cole, but not going for the pinfall, tagging into Cesaro. Wanting to do more damage to Adam Cole, and Cesaro is calling Cole up to his feet. Is this going to be enough for the Gable Academy? Adam Cole reversing though. Adam Cole reversing. And wait a second. Huge super kick. Huge super kick to Cesaro, taking him down. And Adam Cole. He's got him up on the exposed knee. Dropping him headfirst on that exposed knee. 1, 2, 3. The Undisputed Era. Cesaro was knocked out cold. Dropped on that exposed knee of Adam Cole. Knocked out cold. And Adam Cole pinning Cesaro. Pinning, proving once and for all that the Undisputed Era is the better team. Proving that Adam Cole is better than Cesaro. What a way to end this rivalry between these two men, but don't forget, Adam Cole and Cesaro both in the Royal Rumble. Both of these men could come face to face in the Rumble. But Adam Cole, very happy tonight with that victory in the Undisputed Era, proving that they are the best three-man team here on SmackDown. And Adam Cole wanting to prove that he will be the next Royal Rumble winner. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.